Hello, this is Simply Exploring and Adventuring with Lewis. Today I'm coming to you from Heritage Day here at Brubaker Park. It skips me the town I'm in right here, but I know we're close to Terry Hill. So let's see what this festival has to offer. So they're supposed to have different types of demonstrations as well. Local history, I guess. There's the information. The welcome and information about the wow, that's nice. He didn't even welcome me. He welcomed them, but not me. No, I'm kidding. Guess they're gonna have wagon rides. So we'll go here to the information. So you'll probably see people dressed in period clothes as well. They have some kind of encampment over there. I'm not sure if it's Revolutionary or Civil War, but we'll find out shortly. So.
Good morning. Welcome to Heritage Day.
Thank you.
Here is a map.
Okay.
All of us, we're down here.
Okay.
There's lots going on. Don't stop at the house, which is right there. There's lots of stuff going on
okay.
behind the house.
Thank you.
Here's the schedule of events for today.
Okay.
If you go around to the right, there's an appreciation basket you can put your information in for. And behind me is a raffle and a silent auction.
Okay.
Raffles will be picked up. Welcome. Raffles will be drawn at 3 o'clock today, but you don't need to be here.
Okay, thank you. So this is sponsored by Pathways Community School. It's homeschooling door prize. So this is the door prize sign up. And I'm gonna pause it here until they have raffles. 6 for $5, and they're all different types of stuff that's being raffled off. And okay, I believe this gentleman had set up at the yes. Oh wow. Got Ben Franklin dancing there. And he is accepting donations. That's pretty. I believe he was over at Joanna Furnace a couple of weeks back.
Magic. When you get old enough, you can't see the black string anymore. It looks like magic. How are you doing? How are you doing?
That's neat. They're doing different.
In the meantime, please enjoy yourselves as you are.
They have a make and take here. Make and take. Rag dolls, buzz saws. $1 each. Buzz saws are 50 cents. We'll find out what they are. But oh, there's the ragdoll. Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. My first time.
It's your first time.
I'm coming to this festival. So.
Well, welcome. I'm glad.
Okay.
There's lots to see. Enjoy it.
Yes.
Okay. Give it to Beth Clymer. She's right there sucking a lollipop. Is that it? We're selling that.
They have like a general store set up. Oh wow, they're selling glass bottle sodas here. $2.50 a piece. I'll probably get one later. And they have this is for probably showing a lot of the different toys kids would have played with back then. Oh, and they are for sale as well, so you can get a slingshot. Slingshot for $5. Train whistles. Chinese straw. Wooden snakes. Beaded bracelets. Fans. $5.
I like that. That's perfect. That is so cool. Are you having fun? Yeah, we can buy that.
Probably $5 for the train whistles. Yep, no, they're $4. Not bad.
Yeah, I'm so excited. Kaylin's here and Matt is here.
So as you can see, there's just doing all types of different displays. So I guess they're doing blacksmithing here. You've seen them in other colonial. So this is a representation of the colonial times here in Pennsylvania. As it says, blacksmiths were an integral part of colonial America. They made horseshoes, hammers, farming tools, utensils, locks, fireplace racks, gun parts, candle holders, and much more. To become a blacksmith, one would become an apprentice at age 14 or 15, and his training could last 7 to 10 years. The apprentice would start simply watching his master doing the task, then later doing easier things and work his way up to the more difficult jobs. Once the master believed the apprentice had learned enough, he would become a journeyman, traveling around different towns, repairing people's metal goods. The better a blacksmith was, the bigger his workshop was. Unfortunately, the blacksmith became obsolete because of industrialization, as machinery could produce more than the blacksmiths themselves. Blacksmiths were no longer in demand. Today, blacksmiths are specialized in making hand-forged reproduction items and art pieces. Some people combine the job of blacksmithing with that of a farrier, one who makes the horseshoe and cares for the horseshoe screws. So he also has his apprentice there, as you can see. There's the forge. Yeah, if you don't know, Champion Forges, which is probably what he's using, was actually made in Lancaster at one time. It's common to see the blowers. Oh, he's stoking the fire, as they say, with the blower. Trying to get it nice and hot. And so showing some of the tools of the trade. So he's got a piece already in there. Go to wide angle now, so see everything a little bit better. Probably later we'll go on a hayride. Got it nice and red hot. It looks like he's making a horseshoe. I think he's putting what they call a fuller in it right now.
What are you making now?
Horseshoe.
Oh, okay.
A lot to crank, I'm sure. Just imagine doing that all day.
Please up to the horse start. Thank you.
After you finish the horseshoe, why don't you try making the nail for the snake?
I could try.
Starting to shape it more now. So get more of that horseshoe shape now. Deepening the fuller. This just started at 10 a.m., but obviously they had to get started a little earlier, so.
Mr. Blacksmith, what are you making for me today?
Hey, Caleb. I'm making a horseshoe.
Hey, there you go. Could you put it on my foot too?
I could.
Yeah, that would hurt.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
A lot of it.
Put it back in the heat again and let the other side get hot now.
Matt Roden, please come down to the house. Matt Roden, please come down to Brubaker House.
Folks, it's time to sign up for the Woods Walk. The Woods Walk is a wilderness survival course. You may move through it with a guide. Teams of 4. You don't have 4 people in your group. Just come sign up and we'll put you with someone else. 8 stations where we're going to test your skills that would enable you to survive on the frontier. You will have the opportunity to do a lot of fun things.
Tractor rides, industrial area, homemade ice cream, paper making, Native American
To win a free voucher if you are the top scorer
schedule and all the different events that are going on. Right now we're at the blacksmith. They are auctioning a handmade knife. Now he's punched the nail holes. So he started just with a piece of bar stock, I guess they call it. And he has this next one already semi-shaped already.
Yeah, right now we're making a horseshoe. Right now there's a little banner. I'm not really sure yet, but we are probably going to make a few more horseshoes. How many hammers do you even have?
So they apparently have both Civil War and Revolutionary War encampments as well. Yeah. Okay.
We both are.
I love my camera.
Right now we are making a horseshoe. We're come back and watch the whole process?
Punch the holes through now. As you can see, it's a pretty lengthy process.
Don't forget your colonial game slot, okay? That is low. 1022.
Making sure they're equal in length. And I think he's pretty much done with it now. Well, yep, he's pretty much done with it. Yep. Okay, cool. Thank you. So that was the horseshoe making process. Tire State, 1988. Okay, 12th Eastern Rendezvous. Not sure what the pile of wood here is for, but I'm assuming it has to do with something. And over here is the play and hay pile. Okay, it's also the stop for the hay rides. And like I mentioned, you'll see a lot of folks dressed in period clothes. Representation of the 17 and 1800s as well. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's what that sign is talking about. Okay. So they have these little signs. I saw the first one over here, and they have all different kinds. I don't know if you have to follow a path or something, and see, there comes the right here, unless that's what that begins. Let me see what this one is. Tomahawk and archery range is all up that way, so rendezvous. Okay. Okay. They're doing a tomahawk and a... So there's the next one. So we're going to try to complete the whole story here with of these signs here at the different stations here. Okay. Oh, unfortunately the sign just is a... So I can fix it, put it up for them. Guess they didn't bury it deep enough. So right here, a colonial rope bed. they would use like a, almost like a key type thing to tighten up each of the ropes. Oh, as you see it over there, okay. There you go. Right there, see that piece right there? They would use that and turn it, and they'll turn it and it'll tighten up the bed and make it a little bit. I'm trying to get the bed. Okay, and then there's tightening mechanism. Beautiful desk here. This will probably be probably a field commander's. And they have the pit here, as you can see. And then right here is the tomahawk and archery. Supposed to be doing archery as well over here too. So they're taking donations as well. I don't know if you have to sign a waiver or anything. Ooh. Oh.
If it would have been lower, you would have had it.
Oh, he got one to stick.
You guys want any?
What is it?
Snacks and drinks and baked goods.
Oh, no.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Cut that
Not
card.
right now. Thank you.
Okay.
But that's cool that you're doing that. You didn't do it last year, did you?
Over here. They have kind of like a longbow style and compound.
Try it. I want to give Henry first, maybe, so he doesn't get hung up with things. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Alright, and this knot is actually in the wrong place here.
Oh, fun.
A little high.
One shoot.
Nice shot.
So that when you let go, it just won't make your boat shoot out of your hand. So. What is it called? The thing that like you put on your finger so that when you let go.
Here, our representation and encampment. This one has fire going right now, so they're warming up their kettle there, I guess. Coffee pot. So this represents 300 years of history here.
In 1861, right before the American Civil War, they developed a
thing called a percussion cap. And it looks like this. So somebody took a piece of copper tubing, put your hand out, and they filled it full of gunpowder, and they made that. So it was a lot more reliable ignition system. So now you still put the powder in, you still put your projectile in, but you put that cap on that nipple. Put it on there once. So the problem is with the flintlock, like I showed you, it didn't always go off because it didn't always make a spark, right? So you could have Indians charging at you, and you go to shoot them, or if you're in the French and Indian War, the British are charging and your gun doesn't go off. But in 1861, it developed a percussion cap. So now this will go send charge into the powder and set the projectile. So it's just like a firecracker. Much easier, quicker to load, and almost foolproof.
Yeah, I think it's popular.
Every time.
Well,
Well, it didn't take long. They made a musket cap, which is the same idea, but they made them for muskets or shotguns. Just like that. So if I wanted to go small game hunting, I didn't have to worry about my flint making any spark. I could fire the gun with a percussion cap. Well, guess what they did? They took that percussion cap and they put it in a modern shell, and they filled the shell with powder in the late 1800s, 1850, 1860. So by the time the Civil War happened, we were already using cartridges. You know what I mean? And by the end of the Civil War, we even had a Gatling gun. Where every time they turned the hammer, the handle, a hammer would hit one of those primers, and it would be like a machine gun. So that was a whole development of how the guns evolved over time. Now you want to shoot. So we're going to shoot the brown vest. That's the oldest one.
Oh, copper gold?
You see the date on it? 1762.
Wow.
And if your gun didn't go off, you always had the option of putting your bayonet on.
Yeah.
But the way they developed the bayonet is you could still shoot the gun with the bayonet on.
Yeah.
We'll shoot it without the bayonet so you don't stab yourself. All right, you hold on to that and we'll go behind the tent. If anybody wants to shoot, come on back. You can dump it on the ground, it's very good for the grass. But if you want to lick it, you'll know what it tastes like. Good. Yo, it won't.
The Bachman camp.
So you have to measure the amount of powder you put in the weapon. So in this age, you would carry a cartridge box that looks like this, and it would have paper cartridges in it. So you couldn't fight in the French and Indian War or the American Revolution unless you had two opposing front teeth. You couldn't enlist if you didn't have teeth. Because you have to take that paper cartridge and you have to tear it open, and it has powder in it. And then you would dump a little bit of powder in your pan first, close the frizzen, dump the rest of the powder in here, and then you would push the powder and the ball, the paper and the ball, all the way down. And you had to be able to shoot 3 shots a minute, or they'd kick you out of the army.
So that was actual requirement, enlistment requirement that you had teeth.
You had to have teeth or you couldn't tear the cartridges out.
Right. Interesting.
I don't have any teeth, so I would have been safe.
That was, you said, French and Indian War.
And Rev War.
And the Revolution.
Right. But by the time the Revolutionary War rolled around, as I was telling him before you walked up, the Germans had developed rifles. So the British were carrying brown vests like this, the long shiny ones you see in the movies.
Yeah.
Well, this is a ranger's weapon. So we took that long gun and we cut it off. We resoldered the bayonet lugs on. There's an island on the Susquehanna where they found piles of 18-inch tubing. And they were trying to figure out what it was. Where there was a ranger camp during the French and Indian War on the island, and that's where they modified their brown vests. And that's what the pieces of tubing is. So you would put your powder in, right? And then you'd put your ball in it. Remember, that's the size of ball you're going to get hit with. You'd put that in. And then you pack it into the barrel.
We're gonna shoot the, gonna pretend they're gonna shoot the guns real quick.
Lots of fun. This is for ages 12 through 18. Those of 12 through 16 must have a parent or an adult with them. And so we do encourage you to do that. Come on down. Lots of fun. There are prizes at the end of the day. For those of you that are in the best scores going through, you will be called the Mountain Man. And you will be able to
Nice.
have some ice cream, and there's a lantern available also. You can see these things down.
What is he shooting?
Musket. Come on down. In 20 minutes, we have a group of 4 going out. Thank you.
And we meet up again.
So that's why it's a single bevel, because the straight side keeps it going down straight.
My favorite spoon maker.
So you go down like this.
Wooden
See, this
spoon
one's-
maker.
The handle's offset too. Yeah. And that's so you don't bust your knuckles when you do it. So when you come down like this, when I'm up here doing it, that's a problem. It keeps your hand off to the side. Yep. If you don't have an offset handle, then you just have to make sure you keep it higher up like this, but then you can't knock the block off. It's pretty interesting because they didn't steam bend these. They either found a curved piece of wood to carve it out of, or they would take the
Seen this gentleman in plenty other festivals as well.
bury it in manure for a couple of weeks. And the ammonia in the
Most recently we were at Conestoga.
and they would clamp it down and bend it to the direction they wanted. Yeah, and then they would let it dry.
When was it, a week ago? But I lost the footage for that one, so.
That's what the big axes are.
He's making a sale here for something, yeah.
You like those little fur things?
So if you check out my my video from we went to the Abraham Lincoln funeral day, you'll see some of the process there when I filmed him back then. So here's another one of these stories. I'll stop by and say hi again. Good morning. Oh. About muzzle loading.
Yeah.
Magazines. Cool. Cool. So are you a gunsmith?
Yeah, an amateur, hobbyist.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I see the
Yeah, this is
the one in progress.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
It takes me longer than most guys. the ones that are finished though, those are ones I made.
Oh wow, beautiful.
Yeah, take as many as you want. Take them for your husbands, your brothers, your nephews, cousins. I want them gone by the end of the day.
Gun makers of the Wyomissing Creek.
So good wholesome reading. Have you guys started hunting yet, or you going to?
I'm starting this year.
Oh, good for you. Oh, you had your hunter safety?
So you can see they're wearing
Wow.
colonial times as well.
Did they talk about that?
Oh wow.
Again, it's
Revolutionary War.
finding time, stuff like that. But yeah, we try to be very active and stuff like that. Not saying that we, our unit commander.
Up and down saw. Did I get a picture of that?
But we
They're
love
doing
we love
Civil War as well.
teaching and experiencing history. At 11:45, I believe, we'll be doing a loading and firing of the cannon.
Oh, cool.
So make sure that you guys come around for that.
Will that be over here?
Yep, that'll be over here. We'll be back out that way and facing that way. So.
What size gun this is?
So that's a 3-pounder.
Pounder.
It would have fired a solid 3-pound shot.
Okay.
At the time, and it also would have fired canister shot or grape shot.
Yep.
It could fire ball shot or bar shot. Anything that could fit down the muzzle, it could come out.
Okay. Cool.
So, like I was saying, the style of carriages, this is called a galloper. It's slightly different than what you commonly think of with a cannon, where the wheels, big wheels, and it kind of tapers down to the back. Those are called grasshopper carriages.
Okay.
Those are meant more to be moved smaller amounts of distances. They're still mobile, they still can move, but this was designed to be moved by the soldiers along with infantry units and stuff as they were advancing across the field. These would have been like the ones that would have been in the advanced units before the armies came together and stuff like that. So it was designed to be moved quickly by the men that operated, hence the long trails and the wide wheelbases and stuff like that.
So it was meant for longer distance, I guess?
It was meant to be moved quickly.
Okay.
So one of the things that there was different types of infantry units at that time. So there would have been grenadiers, which would have been your big, tall, strong, beefy guys.
Mm-hmm.
There would have been your regular infantry, and then there would have been your kind of light spry soldiers, which would have been your light infantry. We would have been designed to move along with those light spry units, those quick attack flanking units of light infantry.
Okay. Awesome.
There will not only be the opportunity for the skills block, but also to the right and to the rear of the
He's
we have a storytelling time here.
Corrin's Independent Artillery.
So we can throw it all the way down and do it.
There he is. Civil War encampment as well. Seen many of these. There's a 69.
Such great knowledge of the history.
Within 2 or 3 years. There's a big difference.
How we found out about this
You know it. That's 11 pounds. That's 11 pounds right there.
Irish regulars.
Never knew him. What's Jim Hospital? This is an original. This is an 1841 flintlock conversion. It was in the arsenal in Harper's Ferry at the start of the Civil War.
Wow.
It was then issued to a Confederate soldier in the field.
And it was going to be so.
This is my pride and joy.
You see it for attack now. If you look at it, it's been around.
I told my wife when I die and get cremated, I wanted this by my side. Her comment was, "I'm putting one of those in."
I know that my wife. That's how I found out about the budget.
My wife was for the prices that people have offered me for this thing.
Give it all to Kirby, and she ran into. So what is the value of it? Who knows? Huh? And we went.
Who knows? I've had people offer me $10,000. But
Wow.
well, yeah, well, let's put it this way. I do Union Blue, like I have here.
Looking for anybody
For 42 years, I have been doing Fort Virginia infantry of the Stonewall
turn around to the guy that's saying behind.
carried by a member of the Stonewall Brigade.
And says up to him, he took off on
Those Virginia units, when they took over Harper's Ferry, became known as the 1st Virginia
bio, my
Brigade.
grand uncle.
And at First Manassas, when Thomas Jackson got his nickname Stonewall,
Down through the line of
his brigade walked down the nickname Stonewall Brigade.
Trying to go off.
So,
Giving you so much information here.
For 40-some years, I have been a member of the 4th Virginia of the Stonewall Brigade. So to get this at a gun show years ago, many years ago, it was a matter of pride and joy when after I researched the serial number on it and was able to track it. So, my ancestors fought for both sides during the Civil War. My great-great-great-grandfather was with the 87th Pennsylvania out of Adams County. His brother, my great-great-great-uncle, was with Company B, 2nd Virginia Infantry of the Stonewall Brigade, and was shot and killed on the family farm at Gettysburg.
Oh, wow.
If you've ever been to Gettysburg and been up on Culp's Hill, you're on the family farm. My
Oh,
last
wow.
name is Culp.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, I went up to Culp's Hill.
Great-great-great-grandfather.
That's neat. Went up to the tower up there on Culp's Hill and everything.
Yeah, but the tower wasn't there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
They probably would have liked it to have been. That way they could have seen what was going on a little better. You guys got any questions? Let me ask you a question. Does anybody win a war?
Somebody's got to persevere.
Somebody perseveres, but let me ask you a question. If you have homes mourning the loss of loved ones on both sides, does anybody truly win a war?
Nope. Nope.
Try to remember that one when somebody ever asks you who won.
Yeah. Nobody
wins.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Enjoy yourselves today.
Like I said, there's many reenactors. Ox Cart Man. So I'm going to see what the next one is here. What's maybe not in particular order, but this gentleman making.
Usually young boys who were, 14, 15 years old, they were the apprentices. They were learning how to learn that sport. What I'm doing is, like I said, I'm a cobbler. I'm demonstrating today as a cobbler. I was not able to make those things, but I'm repairing it. That's what I'm doing right now. Is I'm repairing this bag. This bag here at the straps was tearing, and so I'm doing a necessary repair for this bag. And this bag would have been used as a hunting bag, and there I would have had different items in that bag. If you would go over to where the camps are with you would see the items that they would have had in their bag. The other thing too is what I'm doing is, and I wish I would have it, and I don't.
Day is getting on. We have opportunity for the Frontier Skills Walk. We are set for 11:10 as our next opportunity to go out every 20 minutes.
What they
We
were
encourage you
using
to come
was
on
they were
down.
using a hog hair. And that hog hair
About
bristle
8
would have
minutes
been
will be
about
the tug of war
this long.
happening up the hill a little ways just before the ambulance. And so
And you
go
would
on
have
up there.
combined that, and you would have used the most important thing is
At 11 o'clock, we will also have a story
it is a
time
lubricant.
down to the back
How you doing?
of the farmhouse.
Yeah, I stopped by your booth already, but you were busy like doing a sale or something.
Yeah.
Cool. Like I said, I wish I would be able to cure hog hair bristles. I haven't learned doing that part yet. That's easy to do. This here is a hobby of mine I had taken up since 2015.
Hey, thanks for the information.
You're welcome. Thank you for stopping by.
Yes.
Enjoy your day. It's such a beautiful day today.
It is. Tin cup and everything, awesome.
Sure.
Nice. So you said you were a cobbler? You said you were a cobbler?
A cobbler.
Yes.
Yep, a cobbler.
Okay.
That's what I'm demonstrating today.
Okay. So I guess it was more than just shoemaking and stuff like that.
Right, like I had explained earlier, in the leather trade, you would have had the harness maker, you would have had the shoemaker. They call them a shoemaker, they call them a cord swanger.
Okay.
Those two trades, those were the ones in which you would have had different levels in the trade. You would have had, starting off as an apprentice, then the journeyman, and then the master. Being the person and that usually took between up to about 15 years. A cobbler was neither of those. He could not make these items. He could repair them. Simple repairs. He was, most times, he was itinerant, poor, and he had some of the necessary tools to work with. The tools of the trade. Yep.
Thank you for the information.
You're welcome. Thank you for coming today.
Yes. So this gentleman was also at Heritage Day down in Joanna Furnace, but I think I managed it. Yes.
Do a couple things. I'm going to cut it out
Yes.
first, axe a flat spot. Then I'm going to have to go. So I've marked out my outer limit with the scribe tool. So that gives me some lines to work to. And this is fresh or green wood. Then I have to go to the chopping block, and that's where I just started here. So I have to basically cut away all the end grain to make it circular, basically. Because that will be a lot of extra work for me physically to try to remove, all that end grain. So to try to speed it up with the axe, then I'm going to plug my blank, drill my hole, plug my blank, and then that's where I'm at right now, where this mandrel is plugged in, allows me to back forward. If I was going to turn chair legs or a masher, rolling pin, then in most cases I can get away with wrapping the cord around my piece of wood that'll be turned, and then I can reverse it. The bowl is a little different, or any kind of hollow vessel, because you need a mandrel to plug in. But either way, it operates the same. And then your question on how it's fit. Very simple wedged setup. So these are, even though you might not be able to see, this one is wedged. It doesn't need to be. So here's how I would then, because I'm going to reverse it at some point in the stage, and then removal. So I'm basically loosening my wedge, very, very simple. That allows me to, remove it, to then reverse it. So I started on the outside, initially, and now I'm working
Our
to
first
hollow.
tug of war of the
But
day
either way,
is occurring in
if
just
I need to go
moments.
back, I'm wrapping my cord
Going
around
up,
the mandrel.
enjoying
Into
it
my
with all the young children
points.
are already
So
around the
basically
table.
two very simple type points.
Tug of war, 2 minutes.
I'm setting it just with feel, so there is play in it, but it will find its own center, right? So once they're seated in there, that'll level off. And then once my blank is turned, as long as I have at least one rotation, it'll round that off. So then, I'm doing my best to kind of center it when I put it on there. And then these are just simply, again, friction wedges. So I'm trying to get, what I don't want to do is put it in too tight, and then it'll have a lot of friction. Again, everything translates. I don't want it too loose, and then it gets wobbly. But pretty simple, as you can just see. I'm giving it a tap and send it home. Yeah.
So does your rope need a rosin or a pipe for the snipping?
Yeah, so, traditionally, so this is just a piece of clothesline that I put a little walnut dye on so it's not bright. But typically a leather type strap would be used.
So here's the pole.
Anything they did use.
Holy.
Multiple tones. Actually, this mantle could be you also want to shape as well.
Yeah, some items for sale, reasonably priced.
Come on up and join us. It looks like we've got a couple of contestants that are ready to try this tug of war, but it looks like they need help on both sides. Oh, here we go. He's being dragged.
Making sauerkraut.
Now it's 2 against 1. Oh, now it's 3 against 2. Oh, join in. Let's have a lot of fun. Oh, they're all after it now. I'm not sure who's going to win. Oh, got the big guys on the other side. Come the other way. Don't lose your cell phone, sir.
So he's...
Oh, and down they go. They're being dragged in.
You see that? Yeah, it's up there.
Oh yeah.
Uh-oh, now the back and forth is...
Where's the pumpkin? Good job, Bubby. Good look.
He's cutting up the cabbage for it.
There is an ebb and flow to this. I'm not even sure where the victory line is. But they're having fun, that's all that matters. Yeah, just... But side needs help first. There we go. Oh! Don't get run over.
I was going to say, that's a good way to do it.
Yes, you can go sit
Safer.
Oh, did you? It was fine. It was just pink cabbage. Let me know.
had a wonderful tug of war. Lots of fun. Story time down to the back right side of the farmhouse. Come on down. Hear stories, colonial stories, stories of the Revolution later on.
Who's going to be the that her that right guy? Hey. Hello. Hi.
Hear ye, hear ye. Hear ye, hear ye. It is now 11 o'clock, top of the hour. There is a time for transition for students at work. So it is time for our students to go to their next site. Please enjoy it, folks. We do want to encourage you to continue to sign up for the Frontier Walk. Try out your skills. For those of you in the ages of 12 and up, please come on down and sign up. Test your skills throwing a hatchet, shooting a musket, and a number of other skill sets that are available for survival in the wilderness. If you are ages 12 to 16, you will need to have an adult accompany you.
It's a big mandolin he's using. And he's got all his cabbage shredded now. Adding coarse salt, right?
Just salt.
Yeah. Yep. Wasn't sure how it was made, so.
There's handouts over there if you want to grab one.
Okay.
Give some step-by-step instructions on how to make your own.
Sure.
Come pull up a bale of hay, sit down, and listen to stories of the past.
It doesn't have a lot of ingredients, this sour.
Yeah, I know.
Cabbage and salt.
Salt, okay. I didn't know if they used vinegar or not.
No vinegar.
No vinegar, so it's just
Salt and cabbage.
salt and cabbage.
You want to try it?
He's like, I don't know.
He's looking at you like you're a loser.
Oh, he's mashing it down to get the salt mixed in pretty well. And guess he's okay,
A little
huh?
bit salty.
Oh,
A little bit too salty on that. but-
okay. Yeah, I agree. A little bit.
You want it more like seawater, so that's a little bit too much salt there. But I have all this room, so as I put more cabbage into it, I'll bring it up. I won't add as much salt and taste it and get the balance as I get to the top.
Okay. So that's all to it, huh?
That's all to it.
Alrighty. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, whoa! Have you heard that? Whoa, it's going after me. It's going after me. Yep. Whoa. Slap it, slap it, slap it, slap it. There's two of them now. Man. As it comes at me.
No.
Where are you from?
At the woods walk.
They get little red berries on them. People dry them and use different parts of the plant for like an allspice alternative. Allspice. As allspice or is it medicinal?
Gentleman explaining foraging, I guess.
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good, good. Variety of stuff here. Keeps blowing away on me.
Uh-huh. So this is what would have been foraged?
Yeah, this is some staples. Got some acorns here, which have been in the staple diet. Some beech nuts, when available. Those are high in nutrition. Then we have hickory.
Oh wow.
Hickory nuts. Hickory are in the walnut family, but you may know of like pecans.
Yes.
Pecans are in the hickory with the
Okay.
hickory. They're like on one spectrum. Then we move on to evening primrose, which is an all-around wild food. You have like an edible taproot,
Okay.
the leaves, flowers, and the seeds. Some what we would think of as like weedy grasses. This is in the buckwheat family.
Okay.
It's called lady stump.
Oh.
So you could use the leaves and the seeds on that one. You cook these up like buckwheat.
Oh.
And white pine, which is both a medicinal and an edible.
Yeah, I know they use pine for tea.
Yep, exactly. So you use like pine, like the little branches and the little twigs and the needles for tea. Very medicinal, has a lot of vitamin C and antioxidants. The male cones in the spring have a lot of pollen that you use to fortify your foods.
Oh, wow.
Nutritional value. The intercambium layer could be eaten, ground up like flour. You have your black walnuts here. This is actually here, but these would be cracked open just like our English walnuts are and used. The husks and the leaves were more of a medicinal, and the trees were also tapped in the spring for
Oh
sap.
wow.
And then the last one here is, or this one right here, is a hackberry tree.
Okay.
So this guy's actually a hackberry tree above me.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the leaves are all starting to turn,
Yep.
so it's hard to get a good view. But this would, on a fruiting year, this would have a little droop, a little berry. It kind of resembles a cherry.
Okay.
And that would be highly nutritious wild forage.
Okay.
Dating back to, we have evidence 500,000 years.
Wow.
That one of the, I think it was the Peckman, one of the sites they dug up. Maybe he was the one found in the ice. I can't remember.
Oh,
but he had
Otzi.
a satchel of the seeds. So,
I think they call him Otzi.
Otzi?
The Iceman.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe it wasn't him. It was one of them. I think it was the Peckman.
Okay.
I don't know which. I should brush up on that. And so we have also have sassafras over here.
Yes.
Which was used to make root beer.
Yep.
Originally, it was one of our first exports as well. The leaves are edible, and the root, the cambium layer on the root is what you use to make tea.
Okay. Yeah.
Good morning. There are still opportunities available for the Frontier Skills
Spice
Walk.
bush.
Yeah. This is a nice one. It grows a lot around here.
If you have any skills to go on this journey for survival, you will be shown what
You could use this as an allspice alternative, or make tea with it. It's medicinal, it's antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory. It's a little bit of pain relieving properties, so it would be a great cold, cough, flu treatment.
Neat.
And the medicine stays in the twig, so it's easy to find and to use. Spice bush. You could use this throughout the winter as well. And the wind here is biting me.
Mm-hmm.
Any questions?
Nope. That'll be all. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Sit and braid. Oh. I did forget about the 9 square garden. We also have a 4-square garden. Yep. This one is a 9. About rain barrel, they have one here in this part of the building here. The Brubaker, this is the Brubaker house.
Yeah, I know. This one here, maybe you get this one. Babe.
Braided rugs. So, I guess you're taught to braid, sit and braid here. Video, actually. That's fine.
You see a pumpkin? You see a pumpkin?
Colonial music. She's playing the hammered dulcimer. Oh, we get to tour the whole entire Brubaker house. We'll go into that next. Wow, it's pretty busy. Let's go this way first.
Yeah, probably. Oh, I'm it's from
Welcome to Pathways.
Ice cream flats, you're more than welcome.
They're based out of here. They do, I guess, all the doing the weaving.
Feel it?
Oh no, she's making thread.
This is a special wool from a sheep from
Another.
Australia.
She's also
Feel it? It's very soft. It's very soft. Yep, and it comes out like this.
hand spun thread.
Very cool here. What do you think this is? Feel that? Tell me what you think it is. The threads in there that go this way are hand spun.
You can purchase things that they make.
And we did it as an experiment.
That's silk, and can you believe that?
That was done later.
Thank you.
Really? Isn't that neat?
I guess we can go across the building over there.
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, you can cross, okay. Wasn't sure. They don't just want you going up the front of the house. More modern day kitchen, but some of it has the old, still lace.
I knew it connected there from See once, would your dad been a barber? Yeah.
These ladies are making stuff.
You're pretty close.
There's them and doing the bobbin lace.
Yeah, and see, Andrew farmers go from effort and you live just before you come in there and
Oh, so this is the actual entry, the textile entry. We came in the backwards, and then you were supposed to go around to the back. So we'll see. Oh. I don't know if you come in this way or that way, but he's got a nice fire going.
Yeah,
We were supposed to come in this way, but sorry. So they're showing cooking demonstration, I guess.
Oh, it's
He's peeling potatoes or something. No, turnips.
New ill-admired.
soup and cookies. Welsh cookies.
Yes, he does.
To get the kids out of public school.
Caleb Myers, dugout canoe. Caleb.
Emerson, what? It's in your mouth. In your mouth.
So we saw the gentleman already. Went into the house really quick. It's pretty neat. We have samples here of something, but I don't know what. Consume at your own risk. Well, whoever's here is not here at the moment, but they're doing another cooking demonstration. Pawpaw tree. I didn't get my chance to pick some pawpaws this year. Darn it. But they happen to have pawpaw here too. A couple of pawpaws in there.
Is that pawpaws? Is that what that is? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes, it is. That's pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
Say, we just canned some pawpaws.
We just discovered them about, I don't know, 2 years ago. Yeah, they're pretty good.
So what are you guys making with them?
I think they're for display.
Yeah. Well, right now I'm making cornbread.
Oh, okay. She's making cornbread. And look, that's how fires would have been stoked a long time ago. Early on, the blacksmith would use the bellows as well before they kind of automated. Oh, they're doing bread making here. Neat. They also have like butter.
We're not necessary. So
Sorry, no problem.
cornmeal. And I'm going to tuck it back in there. It's working against me here. And I'm going to tap it on. And if it starts turning black before I'm finished counting the 5, it's too hot. But if it's just starting to brown, then it's good. So what are your thoughts here, dear? Well, it's quite good.
Then once it's the right temperature, we actually need to put it in there anyhow so that the bread won't stick, because the bread actually will sit down on the same surface that had the wood burning in it. So you get a little extra fiber with your bread from the little bit of char that's left in there. You think it should be fine. So then we have bread already ready to go. So if you want to take care of this, Mackenzie, those two are ready. Thank you.
Getting ready to put the bread in there now. Dough, rather.
Oh. Did you hear me okay? Okay, that's the...
Then the door should go on, and then we're going to put in some more here. Not quite. I mean, we just have to pour.
They put that little door in front of it.
This is Brubaker. We are using the cob oven that we made this year. We had an awful lot of trouble getting it to be warm enough to cook in though, so we're just now getting our first loaves of bread in. So we had 6 loaves ready to go, but we're just getting it to the point that we can put it into the oven. The knife is here, Mackenzie, if you want to cut the thing in. So we're making a yeast bread here, so it's just a yeast, salt, water. Not just starter. No, we're not doing the sour bread starter. We thought about it and just decided we didn't want to mess here, so we're not doing that. Mackenzie, why don't you come back
So this happens to be a colonial cob oven. Sorry.
That's true. It also does. Thank you. You must be a bread baker.
that's actually, how did they preserve bags? They did not have like plastic bags.
They would not have, they would have had a bread box that they would have put it into, and they probably would have baked about every 2 to 3 days. So again,
Here,
they
babe,
wouldn't
look.
go through this process that often.
They're getting ready to put in more.
I think it's made out of like a tin, but I wasn't quite sure if it was as old as what we're representing here, and so I did not bring that. But they would have been baking every couple of days.
Get this one, babe? Yeah. You're on there, bud.